To start a new season with the Phoenix Chorale is almost like the first day of school.
It's kind of coming back to a family of people, first and foremost, but also the experience of sharing music together and looking forward to the season. The repertoire we're going to sing is always really exciting and interesting.
It's magic how the choir, on its very first sound, starts to establish its identity, in terms of what do we sound like in our most natural.
And a lot of times we'll sort of know a couple of the pieces, maybe we've performed them individually in other groups and organizations, but coming together and singing it for the first time with this group that is largely a group that's been together for several years, we find something very different in it right away.
Nature Sings is a concert of music all about animals and nature. We're singing a lot of songs about trees and being in the forest and the tiny little blossoms that are on the forest's floor.
But also I've been looking forward to doing some of the earlier pieces. We're doing a Renaissance piece that in French that shows a lot of the sounds of nature in the music, and that was sort of a common idea with some Renaissance composers. So it's fun to sing that kind of music.
One of the pieces that we are going to be singing is by R. Murray Schafer, who is a very famous Canadian composer. And they're kind of an unusual collection in that all of the texts are taken from medieval. It's called a medieval bestiary.
The composer also takes some of the text and really does some interesting things with it musically to sort of enhance the meaning, and so I think the audience will enjoy it for that reason as well.
Each of the animals has a sound and an era or genre of music that it is associated with. One of the songs has a very Russian liturgical feel. One of them is very French Baroque sounding.
There are some interesting sounds, hyenas, but it's probably done in a little bit more of an imaginative way than a realistic sound. And some of the text about the animals is quite colorful.
They're unusual animals and unusual words. The sounds of the choir, however, beautiful. I mean, it's not hard to listen to at all, but there's a couple of moments where you go, what? From the words. One of my very favorite pieces, actually in the whole wide world, we are going to be singing on this concert. It's called Sand County, and it's written by Jean Belmont Ford, who is a composer who lives right around the corner from me in Kansas City. The writer says something about the fleets, the great white fleets cruising by. Clouds, candles on the pines, the reflection of moonlight on those pine needles. It's very poetic, and the sounds, the chords and melodies that she has created surrounding these delicious words, the whole choir takes wing. It's thrilling. And in the beginning, that's the name of this piece that we're doing by Aaron Copland. And of course, Aaron Copland is perhaps the father of American music.
For the piece itself, the harmonies really remind me a lot of much of Copland's music, and so I think if you're a fan of Copland, you'll really enjoy this piece.
And throughout the piece, there are these little utterances of text that say, in the evening and the morning of the first day, and then we sing about the first day, and then in the evening and the morning of the second day, and then we sing about the second day. And the pitches intertwine to make these beautiful, beautiful sounds.
I think that for people, they will come away from it saying, what an interesting theme, and that music can depict this theme so well.
As it is with every concert we do, my hope is that they felt something. And luckily, we are always successful at that. With the way so many of our lives are right now in the world, it feels good to get to sit down and be bathed in beauty.